Am I the asshole for proposing to my girlfriend? Backstory and other information. I love my girlfriend and she loves me and our families love each other, etc. She has sent me photos of engagement rings in the past, taken me to jewelry stores, called me hubby, etc., essentially hinting that she wants me to propose. With that said, I had been planning to propose to her for the past several months. I put in effort into making reservations, earning enough money for where I wanted to do it, and decided it would be best to do it in a foreign country while we were on vacation. She has a tendency to snoop through my phone while we were resting in bed, not for any trust issues or anything like that, honestly, but because she gets bored and enjoys reading conversations I have with a couple of my best friends. That's weird.
I don't know about that.
Not for any trust issues or anything like that. Honestly.
It's not like there's a shortage of entertainment online.
So true. And if anything, if I was curious about the conversations that any of my friends or my partner had with other friends, like you could just ask them, like, oh, what do you guys talk about when you text so much?
Right.
And then if he's like, oh, sports, she could be like, really? Like, what do you guys say to each other? Like, how, like, what are some of the conversations like? If you're genuinely curious, who the fuck is reading their partner's text messages with their best friend just because they're bored?
No.
That's real weird. Okay. That's not the point of this story, but okay. Just stop me in my tracks.
Literally.
With that said, fast forward to last month, I was talking to an unrelated friend that I hadn't spoken to in over a year via text. He asked me if I am getting engaged, and I said yes, I plan on proposing while I am on vacation. I gave him no other information, not the where, the how, or the time. Only that it will be while we are on vacation. She snoops through my phone. See, the thing is, he's calling it snoops through my phone.
Right.
So it's not...
And then says she's not snooping.
Yeah.
In like the sense of the word, but...
Right. Right.
I'm confused.
I feel like it's either non-consensual or it's not snooping.
Right.
Like if he's not like, here you go, read up, it's snooping and it's weird, especially if she's picking up his phone when he's not handing it to her.
Yeah.
This is really weird. Okay.
Read a book. Like, yeah. I'm so confused about...
Or just talk to your partner. Like,
yeah.
Why do you have to... If you're curious about his friends, like, talk to him about them. Okay. I'm flabbergasted right now. Okay. Where was I? She snoops through my phone a couple of weeks later and comes across this text. Oh, she's going deep. She's looking for texts that are a couple weeks back. Okay. And comes across this text. She apologizes, but is now insisting I propose elsewhere because the surprise is ruined. This made me very upset because the whole reason I booked tickets for this vacation and booked the best hotel room and suites is because I planned on proposing to her there. Am I the asshole for getting mad at her and insisting that the engagement and proposal still occurs during our vacation despite her wishes? Wow, this is interesting because it's very similar to the last story, except the guy is asking, should I do what my girlfriend no longer wants? But it's like she brought it on herself.
Yeah. It's slightly different because she's not asking it for like an anxiety or mental health issue. It's just because she wants to be surprised and now she won't be surprised.
And it's like her actions is what ruined her dream proposal.
Right.
So should her boyfriend now oblige and do what she wants and cancel the whole thing and plan a new surprise? Or should she face the consequences of her own actions and have to receive a proposal that she knows is coming? Because on one hand, you're like, proposals are about everyone. She's setting a boundary. She wants it to, I mean, that doesn't really count as a boundary, I feel like. Just preferring that it's a surprise.
Yeah. Because it's like, it sounds like it's respecting what she would have wanted. Like you said, like it's probably her dream proposal. Like her partner probably planned it based on like knowing what she would have wanted. So it's not like he's disrespecting anything really.
She is really the definition of you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes because she did this to herself.
I know, I'm not over the fact that she just like goes through her partner's phone when she's bored.
That's not normal.
No.
Nor is it healthy, I think.
We're here to tell you that is not normal.
Yes.
If you're doing that or your partner does it to you, stop.
I have never met anyone who admitted that if they do it, if it's a healthy relationship. That is so bizarre. But I know that's not the point of the story, but that's a problem itself. I think they need to go to therapy regarding that.
Yeah.
First.
It'd be one thing if they'd be like, I had a really funny conversation today. Do you want to read it?
Oh, yes. That's different.
Or like says there's something worth looking at on my phone, here you go.
Yeah.
But it's like she just takes the phone and
yeah,
goes weeks back.
And it seems habitual. Like, it doesn't seem like this is the first time this is happening.
I'm just thrown off by this.
Me too. I'm flabbergasted about the texting thing. I just feel like that's the root of their problem.
Yes.
I guess let's compare it to something that's less, quote, important than a proposal. If it was a birthday party where you booked a restaurant, you invited a bunch of people, you spent a bunch of money, you did a lot of planning, a lot of time and energy and money went into it. If your girlfriend was snooping through your phone, and you knew that she would enjoy this party because she loves surprises, this is exactly what she wants, but then she was snooping through your phone, and I'm gonna bet that is rooted in she doesn't trust you. Even if it's a very deep subconscious place that it's coming from, maybe she doesn't even know. In her mind, she's like, I trust him. I just want to read his text messages for fun. There's no one that I'm habitually reading their text messages if I trust them.
No.
I think she's either lying to herself or she doesn't even recognize what she's doing. I don't know. But anyway, if your girlfriend found out about the surprise party you were planning for her, would you then cancel the whole thing and replan it at a different place, different day, different time, just because she snooped through your phone? I would think most people wouldn't.
No. I mean, specifically for me, if I was the one planning the party and then they found out about it and they like told me they found out about it, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like there's no hiding it. Like,
yeah,
if they know like all the details and, you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, we were planning a party for you, but this is what it's like. I would own up to it, but then maybe on the side I might try and plan a mini surprise within the party, just so that
that's a good idea.
I personally still get the satisfaction of like giving them a surprise and making them happy, and then they still kind of get that surprise factor. Sorry, I said surprise 100 times, but yeah, I wouldn't cancel it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, now that she knows, she can like pack what she wants to wear.
True.
And maybe she could say, did you book a photographer? Or, you know, like,
true. There's
a silver lining, but I would definitely not cancel and replan. That's like way too much effort. I know it's a proposal and like that's a big deal, but it's just, that's a lot of time and effort. And maybe you can like choose a different day on the trip to do it. So that she still doesn't exactly know when it will be, or...
Well, he said it was just on vacation, so I don't think she knows what day it was going to be.
Okay, so there's that, like...
Yeah.
What's the problem, ma'am?
I guess he could also propose beforehand. Like, yeah, don't cancel the trip.
Yeah.
But he was like, the only reason I booked these expensive accommodations was because of the proposal. It pisses me off. I just want to make it clear. It pisses me off that she ruined the surprise for herself, and I think she should face consequences for that. Even if the consequences aren't like canceling the engagement or changing the engagement or whatever, maybe the consequence is she can no longer ever read his phone or something. Like that has to stop immediately.
Yeah.
So I'm just like mad at her in my mind. So now I'm like, yeah, she should have to have the engagement. But I'm like, okay, let's be real. Like, okay, she read his phone. It's not like she fucking killed someone. But maybe he could propose prior to the trip.
That's
true. And then the trip is to celebrate the engagement.
Yeah.
Or he could be honest with her and be like, fine, I won't propose on the trip, but because of our financial situation, you will not receive a proposal on a vacation. Like, you will now receive a proposal in a very low-key, normal setting.
Yeah.
Because I cannot afford to cancel this trip and replan a different one that you don't know about. And also, if they're going on trips this rarely, that this, like, special accommodation is, like, just for this proposal, it's never going to be a surprise. The next time he plans a trip that's so special at a 5-star resort, do we really think she's not going to expect it?
I know.
When the last trip that got canceled because she found out about the engagement was for the proposal, like, is this one just not going to be for the proposal?
Yeah. And it's a shame that she's not self-aware enough to realize she brought it on herself.
Yes.
Honestly, if it were me, if I, for whatever reason, read my boyfriend's text for fun and ruined a surprise, I honestly don't know if I would tell him, because I would probably realize all the time and effort he put into this, and I wouldn't want to, like, ruin it for him.
I think so too.
You know, like, yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah. I think she's being really selfish.
That's crazy that she's like, all right, like, I found out about it, so redo it.
I know.
Do it again. No. I was gonna say though, like if he really wanted to like catch her off guard, they should do something like really crazy where like you physically could not get down on one knee, like go horseback riding or something, and then figure out how to propose like mid-ride. She would never see it coming.
That's true.
You're too busy riding your horse.
Yeah.
How would you get on one knee?
Mid-air skydiving.
Yeah. Lose the ring.
Oh my God. Have you ever seen those videos of people proposing on like a dock or like a deck or something, and the ring like either falls through or almost falls through? Could you imagine?
I know. I've heard some of them are staged, which makes me feel better.
Of course. Yeah.
But I get so stressed, so I'm like, I would rather them be staged.
Another crazy side note. So when that happens, I know this because someone that I know lost his glasses I guess they were on like a dock, or there was a harbor, and they were either on like the sidewalk or a dock, and he dropped his glasses into the water, and they had to hire a scuba diver to come out and search for them, and they found it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Because he's like very visually impaired without them. So if you lose your ring in a bay or like a body of water, you could get it back. I mean, there's a possibility that it could be gone by then, but it's like likely just at the bottom of the river, and you can just pay someone.
Go on Craigslist, find someone who likes scuba dive. Yeah. Spends all their free time scuba diving.
Well, it's a job, so maybe it's not even free time. Maybe it's their full-time gig.
I'm just saying, like, maybe someone who's already down there, you're like, if I give you a few extra bucks, will you look around? Wait, that's a better
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just like see someone swimming, snorkeling. You're like, you guys want to make $10? Go look for this $30,000 engagement ring. I'd be so sad. Yeah. Not the asshole. If you happily let her snoop, you shouldn't keep messages about surprises for her on your phone. I'm sure you know this now. You're not an asshole, but you walked into this. Wow, I didn't think about that. Also,
but is he letting her snoop?
I know. That's what I really wonder. Like, is he actually happy about this?
Like, is he controlling? Maybe he's allowing it, but does he control the timing of it? Like, is she just reaching for the phone whenever she wants, or is he giving it to her?
Yeah.
Because if he's giving it to her, then yes, he should delete some text beforehand. But if she's just going for it whenever she wants, then that's hard to control.
Right. Because obviously it's common for guys to do that, because partners, it's just like you look at your partner's phone. So my friend that proposed, he was like, every time somebody called him or texted him about it, he would immediately delete the text, delete the phone call, because if you were to just like see over your shoulder, like borrow your phone for a second to call or do whatever, that's not weird. So I guess, yeah, he could have deleted those conversations, but is it on him though? Like, I don't know. I just still think it's really bizarre that he is letting her read all these conversations. I don't know. I didn't think about that. It's a good point. Also, she should let you propose however you want to. She's not being an asshole per se, just asking more than she should. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. The second top comment is, not the asshole. You put a ton of effort into this to make it special, and she ruined her own surprise. If it were me, I'd still do it. I feel like I would too. But let's say that they're both just abnormal, and her reading his text messages is actually some form of healthy. Like, maybe he does fully consent and she is just like entertained by this niche thing. In that case, he probably should know that there's a chance that she's gonna see the messages. But just because he didn't think of every single possible thing that he could do to maintain the element of surprise, is he an asshole? Like, absolutely not.
Maybe he wanted her to know.
Maybe he wanted her to know, so he texted his friend that he hadn't spoken to in a year in hopes that the friend would ask, are you getting engaged soon? He told the friend, and then 3 weeks later, he handed his phone to his girlfriend, and he said, hey, babe, are you bored? I have something for you to do.
I have a really interesting conversation from 3 weeks ago.
And then she read it just so he could gaslight her into thinking it was her fault.
Oh, true. I was going to say maybe he wanted her to know because he was so stressed that he could no longer keep it a secret, and it just made him less stressed if they both went into the proposal knowing about it together and it was a joint thing and not solely on him.
Wow. There are so many possibilities.
They're endless. Endless. I don't truly believe that.
No, neither do I. But I'm like, is OP weird too? Because the girlfriend's definitely weird. Reading the conversations is definitely weird. Is OP weird? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an asshole regardless of what he decides, though. I think she dug her own grave on this one.
Yeah. Sorry, girlfriend.
Sorry.
Here we go. Not the asshole.